Hello and welcome to this DLC Hotpatch update. Well, it's happened again. Another game has been sold in retail stores before its release. That's right, according to a few online news sources, photos have shown that the Resident Evil 2 remake has been sold over the weekend, just 7 days before its release. Some outlets are reporting that the culprit this time is a store in the United States, where in the case with Final Fantasy 15 a few years ago, it was being sold early overseas. Over on Reddit, people started to talk about spoilers and details of the game. You can even find the first 15 minutes of Claire's story on YouTube. Now this footage shows how it deviates from the original game and even might have a feature that Capcom originally denied when they were questioned in the past. The story of Resident Evil 2 has been around for a long time, so it's not really a surprise as to what the story might entail, but I'm not going to be revealing any spoilers in this video out of respect for people who might have never played Resident Evil 2 in the past, but also who have played it in the past and don't really want anything spoiled for them for all the changes and updates they've made. However, I will leave links down in the description for those of you who are curious. Now, it isn't uncommon for retailers to receive physical copies of games before their release date. And they do this so that they can make sure that they actually have games on the shelves at the day that it's released, or if they want to hold a midnight release party, they actually have units that they can sell. Having worked for electronic retailers in the past, I can confidently say that for the most part, when these games are shipped to the companies, they come in boxes and they have labels on them that tell them to not even open them before a certain date, or that they can't put them out on the shelves until the actual day that the game's supposed to come out. And in rare cases that these games are put out before they should, a lot of the times the UPC codes aren't even programmed into the registers yet because they have to get those from a head corporate office, so people can't even physically buy them. Now, there really isn't any word as to why Resident Evil 2 was sold early, whether it was because of a date mix-up or it's just the retailer not caring. It isn't really clear. What is clear, though, is that Capcom has already been active in taking down some videos, but the people who have these early copies keep uploading them, so you can find them pretty much anywhere on the web. It'll most likely be difficult to track down where these copies have been sold, whether it's from one retailer or several. A lot of people are pointing at Walmart, but a lot of the major retailers have fail-safes in place that prevent this kind of thing from happening, so it isn't really known where these copies are coming from. If Capcom decides, they can track down where these copies are coming from, but in my opinion, they probably won't, just because it's so close to release and it might be time and resources. It just doesn't seem like that would be worth them. Now, some retailers sold the game early over the weekend. A lot of other retailers are waiting and holding out to the actually release date out of fear that Capcom won't give them any copies of Devil May Cry 5, which makes a lot of sense. You know, if you're a company that's sent a lot of units to a store and you find out that they're selling them before they're supposed to, then, you know, you might not want to send them any more of your product because they're just not obeying your release dates or embargo laws that you have set forth. With the game coming out later this week on January 25th for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, we won't have to wait too much longer to get the games in our hands, since, you know, it is just coming up this Friday. So luckily this wasn't a big leak like Kingdom Hearts 3, where stuff was being released a month and a half before the game came out. Luckily it's only a couple of days. If you're on the West Coast, you know, you'll be able to play the game actually on the 24th around 9 p.m. And if you're on the East Coast, obviously midnight on Friday the 25th, you can be able to get your hands on it. So it's not too far away. Anyway, this has been a Hotpatch update for the DLC. You can check out all the links where we got our info for the story down in the description below. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like and comment down below. I'd love to be able to hear your thoughts and opinions on this matter. Also, consider subscribing to this channel. We strive to release news updates every Friday for gaming news throughout the week, so make sure you click that bell so you can get notified whenever we release new content and videos. Finally, if you'd like to support us more, check out our Patreon and join the Classy crew. We really appreciate all the support we can get, and it goes towards creating even more content and amazing content for you all to enjoy. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been a quick little update, and as always, keep it classy.